This video is a quick crash course of a test factory wherein we will be importing one project and will be creating test cases for it. Let's take one very famous example of Swagger Pet Store. Just go to petstore.swagger.io and all we need is metadata definition URL. Now go back to test factory, click on URL, paste the URL that you have copied, click on fetch and import. Once you do that, it would have imported the project. Click on Jarvis AI and it will start to generate the test cases. It is going to generate 21 test suits because there are 21 endpoints, and for every endpoint it is going to create multiple test cases. So as you can see, there were 21 endpoints, but total number of tests were 74 and total number of assertions were 249. If we take one example, let's say post user, there are two test cases, those are generated. One is bad path and second is happy path. Let's take example of happy path. Here you can see that it has automatically detected the data types for the payloads. If I click on run, it is going to try and create the user. Now the response was okay, but the test case has failed because assertion has failed. And why it has failed? Because we were expecting API response time to be less than 200 milliseconds, but we got around 1 second. You can change that by going into Swagger environment, click on manage environment and update the standard response time. For the example sake, I'm going to update it to 1.5 second. If I say click and done and just rerun the test, and you can see that test case has passed. Now that value is coming from this standard response time, which is 1500 milliseconds that we have set. There are other features also, such as API chaining, taking values from the request or response, that you can explore by further exploring the documentation.